Naomi, would you come up here? I want to introduce Naomi Newman to all of you. In a moment, I'm going to read what is on this plaque, but before I do that, Naomi, I want to say how very much I especially appreciate the work you have done as being a role model for women. And you have done this through your theater work in the characters that you have portrayed, both real and imaginary. You've done it in mentoring so many women. You've done it in your teaching. You've done it in your counseling, and it's been such an important part of your work, and I especially appreciate that amongst all the other things that you have done. So thank you. Tikkun and the Network of Spiritual Progressives is proud to give this award to Naomi Newman in recognition of your contribution to Tikkun Olam, the healing, repair, and transformation of the world. This Tikkun Award is presented in recognition of your outstanding service through the years as a director, playwright, performer, and teacher, as well as your commitment to theater as a sacred vehicle capable of changing and healing individuals and society. By co-founding a traveling Jewish theater, which has received international recognition for its artistic excellence, you have offered a profound gift to all of us in the San Francisco Bay Area and throughout the world. Your theatrical work has helped to illuminate the life questions that confront us all. You've shown that the Jewish tradition has universal messages that can contribute to the deep inner work and healing that is so badly needed on our planet and to the evolution of consciousness of the human race. Bestowed this 14th day of March, Naomi, here it is with much gratitude for the work you've done.
When we started our theater, everybody told us it was impossible to have a experimental, spiritual Jewish theater. And we're older than they are. We're 34 years old. So, I'd like to begin my remarks with a little story from our first theater piece, which was called Coming from a Great Distance. And it was based on the life and the stories of the Baal Shem Tov. One night, the Baal Shem Tov could not say a blessing on the moon. And the harder he tried, the darker the skies became, until the moon was completely covered in blackness. And the Baal Shem Tov was filled with despair. But then, some members of his community, some Hasidim, whose hearts were overflowing with joy, danced into the room, took him by the hand, and brought him into their dance. And little by little, as the Baal Shem Tov sang and danced, and felt the support of the community, his heart began to lift. And as it did, the clouds began to disperse. And soon, someone said, "Look, the moon is shining." We all need a community where we feel we can believe that someone will take us by the hand and pull us into a dance that's worth doing. And so I too want to thank Nan and Michael and Peter for creating Tikkun magazine and for the community that has gathered around it. I don't think I can express how awed I am by this award, and doubly awed to be in the company of my fellow recipients, whom I so admire for their efforts in creating a more sane and caring world. I share these honors with my other co-founders, Albert Greenberg and Corey Fisher, who unfortunately couldn't be here tonight. And I know that I had never been able to accomplish anything without the support of my family, my children, my incredible friends, so many of whom are here tonight, and my beloved partner, Barbara Borden. And I want to finish with another story based on the teachings of Rabbi Isaac Lurie. There was no place that was not already God. And we call this unimaginable openness Ein Sof, world without end, being without end, Ein Sof. Then came the urge to give life to our world and to us, but there was no place that was not already God. So Ein Sof breathed in to make room, like a father steps back so his child will walk to him. And we call this withdrawing Tzimtzum. Into the emptiness, Ein Sof set vessels and began to fill them with divine light, like a mother places bowls in which to pour her delicious soup. As the light poured forth, a perfect world was being created. Think of it, a world without greed and cruelty and violence. But then something happened. The kalim shattered. No one knows why. Perhaps the bowls were too frail. Perhaps the light too intense. Perhaps Ein Sof was learning. After all, no one makes perfect the first time. And with the shattering of the bowls, the divine sparks flew everywhere. Some rushing back to Ein Sof, some falling, trapped in the broken shards to become our world and us. Though this is hard to believe, the perfect world is all around us, but broken into jagged pieces like a puzzle thrown to the floor. The picture lost, each piece without meaning, until someone puts them back together again. We are that someone. There is no one else. We are the ones who can find the broken pieces, remember how they fit together, and rejoin them. And we call this healing of the world Tikkun Olam. In every moment, with every act, we can heal our world and us. We are all holy sparks dulled by separation. But when we meet and talk and eat and make love, when we work and play and disagree with holiness in our eyes, seeing Ein Sof everywhere, then our brokenness will end. And then our bowls will be strong enough to hold the light. And our light will be gentle enough to fill the bowls. As we repair the world together, we will learn that there is no place, no person, no creature, no plant, tree, or rock that is not